The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Welcome back.
Just like that, we're back.
And just like that.
You know what I like? I like when we start our episodes with gratitude. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, we've been doing that a lot. And I feel like it makes the whole episode flow. Like, it feels so good.
Shout out to our supporters.
Yes.
I love when people call me or just like let me know that they listen. Like, give literally. little, like, I love this or I love that. Like, a little token.
I still keep thinking about when we went to Vice and that girl.
Oh yeah.
This is my cousin Brittany. I know. I watched the podcast. So shout out to you.
Shout out to you, Jess. We love you. We appreciate you.
So cute.
Jess
I loved
West.
that.
She's the best.
That was the key.
That was. I forgot about that already.
I can't forget about it.
I was like,
Like, please do not hype me like that. That's crazy.
It's like, how crazy. Like, I don't have to introduce you.
That was
not that
so
I ever
cute.
had to, but
right, but that was just really cute.
She cut the introduction short, but she was
right.
familiar.
That was the sprinkle, honestly, the sprinkle. So thank you to everybody, because it just makes our heart feel real, real good.
It does. It does. It really does.
Really
so speaking of feeling love. Today's episode.
What are we talking about?
Guy friends.
Guy friends. We have a few.
We do. And we have two guy best friends.
Yes.
Shout out to them.
Best.
Like, literally the best. Like, my most preferred friend.
Same. And actually, I was thinking about that I think about things often, but I was thinking about that the other day, like KO. He's my longest best friend that I have. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that right now.
Right.
That mean.
And for me, and I actually texted Morgan, so shout out to you, Morgan. Texted him a thank you a couple weeks ago for being my most reliable friend. Like, I quite literally, there's never been a time I haven't called Morgan and he hasn't picked up. He's always picked up my calls in 10 years. Always picked up a phone call.
Damn.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, because I'd be missing.
That's a lot of like reliable. Like, I can count on you. And anything I've invited him to, he's never missed.
That's really
He's not missed one thing.
Right. That's crazy.
That is
like,
like, isn't it
right.
nuts?
Shout out to you, boy.
Shout out to you, Morgan. The best of the best.
Oh, right.
What are your favorite things about KO? Top three.
I love that I can count on him. I love that we laugh together all the time.
Yeah.
I can just be my full fucking self.
Yeah.
Like, there's been times where, like, he's just called me, like, hey, what you doing? He's coming to my house at 10 a.m. and we've just played Uno. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just, like, nothing. It doesn't have to be too much. Like, you know what I mean? He's always there when I need him. And I feel like it's vice versa. Like, it's the same way. Like, he knows that I'm always going to be there. He knows that he can always count on me. He knows that, like, I'm going to always be there for him. I mean, I might have had him fucked up a couple of times. But
Where you were drunk. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
And he forgave me. He's such a sweet friend.
I'm glad, because I asked him multiple times, do you have her? Nah, I got her. He, in fact, did not have you. And then I was concerned the next day, like, should have. She's good. She's good.
Lost.
It was very nonchalant, so I should have known it was not. He did not have you. He, in fact, did not have you.
In fact, did not have me. But, like, he
meant well.
He meant well. God had me, and that was just all that there was.
I don't even know if God had you that night.
He did. That's how I got home.
I need to strap a GoPro to you.
Huh?
I need to strap a GoPro to you when you're drunk so we can I want to like a documentary.
Are you kidding?
How it goes with Brittany drunk.
That would be excellent. I need a GoPro and also
the mics.
Yes, and an
AirTag.
An AirTag.
We've talked about this. I need to get
I need to invest in a bundle. No, literally, because
just strap them to you to your things.
So unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean,
but no, it's okay.
You made it through.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And he was there.
To sum it up, Brittany got really drunk. Was this 2 years ago now?
No, this was literally last year. This is around Cinco de Mayo.
It was March because I had a visitor.
Yeah. Ooh, I almost said that, but.
Whoa. Not my business to tell.
I almost fucked that up.
Shout
but
out
anywho,
to our man, her man, his man, the man.
A community man.
The community man. Shout out to you, Coach.
I'm crying. But yeah, so it was around that time.
Yeah, March
maybe
Madness.
St. Patrick's Day.
It
like,
was.
I knew it was a holiday.
It
like,
was.
something.
Or we made it a holiday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like everybody else was having a holiday when we went. Anywho, yeah, I got really, really drunk. I got kicked out of a bar. I still have not been since.
Yeah. You don't take your time. Take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lost your keys and you stole somebody else's car keys. Then you went.
Oh, I never even had you had my keys.
Oh, your keys were in my car. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he gave me his keys. Why would you give your keys to a drunk asshole?
Because he came out late too. So he
came after.
You were already kicked off.
Yeah. I was already taking shots of whatever.
I think we were having tequila at one point. I remember being like, the goose is loose.
But I also remember drinking, I don't know, Crown maybe, Apple.
I think we did drink Crown.
Yeah, I think I had some Hennessy mixed in there.
I do remember when you started going for Hennessy. I was like, and I'm going
back to the hotel. And I had the bottle of Casamigos in the car.
Mm-hmm. You were chugging it. You weren't even sipping. You were chugging. And I tried to keep up with you then, and I said, I have an appointment.
I lost my AirPod. That's what it was. We went to the hip hop karaoke. That's what we did.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then we went to a bar after.
Yes.
With said company. And yeah. And I was determined to see that night through.
Yeah, and you did.
I did.
You did.
I did. But then you had, different paths that night. Different paths.
All's well that ends well.
It didn't
end so well, but it got better.
It ended. That's all that matters. Yeah.
Right. But anyway, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Right.
What can you do?
And look at that.
And just
my
like
best friend had memories with me that night.
Did. And he rarely comes out, so it's like.
No, right. No, literally. When I seen him last night, I was like, where did you come from?
I know. When I seen the snaps, I was like, he was out. I should have went out.
Out of nowhere.
But I was in bed by the time you guys went out. But I was like, ugh.
Yeah, we were out.
KO was out. I should have been out.
It was Kayla and Randy, both of them.
That's right. Mm-hmm. The boys.
Gang was outside. Anywho.
My favorite things about Morgan, one, he's very reliable. Mm-hmm. Two, he is somebody I can bounce ideas off of, especially fashion-wise, which is really rare for me to trust someone's opinion. So I'm like, vibes or not vibes? And he's like, vibes or not vibes? And he knows all of my business. All, like, the good, the bad, the ugly. Mm-hmm. And he's just, like, down for my journey. Like, he has no attachment to my outcomes. As long as I'm safe, he's happy, and we ride.
No, yeah, I love that.
Vibes.
And there's both of them together, I can say. They're so supportive. Mm-hmm.
With
everything. And I love that so very much. Which is why, like, I would not want to see my life without him. Mm-mm. So I definitely could never be in a relationship that a person would not want me to, because I would literally probably end that relationship.
100%.
Because, like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's really controlling when somebody doesn't. Like, you know what I mean? I've built this relationship with this person. Right. Whether it's a man, it's a woman, or whatever else.
The concept and principle is the same.
Like, you know what I mean? You want me to just let him go like that? Damn.
That's so funny because I had that conversation last night with my boo, and he sent me a sound clip of Steve Harvey, and it was, to paraphrase, but Steve Harvey was saying, women are the ones who friend zone men, and men stay women's friends, hoping that the door will crack and they will have an opportunity to circle back or leave the friend zone.
Right.
And I definitely I do acknowledge that is true for some men, but that just is for ill-intentioned people.
Yeah. And
that means you have an ulterior motive and you're not really my friend.
Yeah. And I feel like there's situations for that. Like, that happens in certain situations. 100%. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not everybody wants that. I know KO has seen me ugly as fuck. Like, he's seen me at my worst. Like, you know what I mean? That man don't want me.
No.
Like, if I was him, I wouldn't want me either. Like, you know what I mean? He's seen me literally.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
He don't want. We can literally sleep in the same exact bed together, under the same cover, sleeping on the same pillow, and it not be sexual
nothing
at
is
all.
gonna shake. No.
Literally.
Morgan and I have slept on a couch together, and we were hung the hell over. I smelled like a lot of things. A lot of bar crawling. I've seen that man starch naked. There was no sexual.
I'm like, ooh,
there
like,
was no. There wasn't any curiosity. It was just like, God damn it, boy.
Right.
We gotta get you
Just
dressed.
Like pants on.
And I think that's what comes from a true intentional friendship. Like, I choose you as you are my friend. I'm your friend, not somebody with an ulterior motive.
Yeah. I
mean, I understand. If I were friend zone for me, I'd be.
Oh, right.
When's next step?
But then also, like, that situation doesn't happen in all relationships.
No.
Like, oh, couldn't be with her, so I guess we got to be friends. No.
Keep it pushing.
No, literally. And I feel like I've, like, not dealt with men because in a sexual way or anything like that, because I know who I am, and like, and when I'm unattached, like, they're like, we can't be like the closeness that we have now, like, we can't get that, like, you know what I mean, we would never get that again. And so I don't ever want to ruin that friendship or that relationship, that good relationship that we can have with just a little, like, sexual, like, you know, closeness and stuff. I think
that's like, it's definitely a risk, because I have dated a friend and we are just friends. Well, see, it might be the Steve Harvey, because I know he does, you know.
Right. But you already had that, like, relationship, or even tried to.
Yeah, and it went nowhere.
Right.
And that's why I thought committed to stay friends, but, you know, couple drinks, and he's like, you know, would you ever? No. Been there, done that. Quite literally got the T-shirt, which I'm grateful for. I love the T-shirt you gave me. Would have loved a hoodie set as well, but
I guess
beggars can't be choosers. Right. Weren't there. See, I feel like friends with benefits, even, like, it's so set in stone what it is. Like, it's like our guy best friends. You are my guy best friend. You are my friend.
My best friend, like.
You have your role.
Alien. Right.
So do friends with benefits. You have your role.
Right.
I'm going to chit-chat with you, hang out with you in a group setting, and you will see me without clothes on.
Right. I was literally about to say.
That's it.
Right.
We're not doing
going
family.
On a date. We're not, like, none I'm
not texting you too extra, making sure you're well, and that is it.
Right.
I care, but not that much.
Right.
I don't care enough to, like, blur those lines and make you think it's something it's not. I know what it is. You can toot it and boot it.
Right.
Send a couple texts in between.
So I can and I also can definitely understand, like, if you're in a relationship, a man not wanting you 100%. To be friends with somebody that you had those sexual connections
if there was
with.
A past.
You
that's
know
a good
boundary. That make, like, the whole Steve Harvey, that makes more sense. Like, you know what I mean?
That
like,
blurs lines.
They're really, right. At any time you open that door, they're busting through that bitch like the Kool-Aid man.
They are waiting in the trenches. They are lurking about
anywhere, like,
and that's a respectable boundary. I think to ask/require that from your partner is like, if you guys have had any type of intercourse,
like, please,
you may not still be their friend.
Leave me out of that, right? You know,
don't bring that around me, because I'm gonna start getting funny.
Because I'd be pissed too, or like if you're friends with your ex, like, you know what I mean? Like,
are people friends with their exes? Who has mastered that?
I don't know. So I was talking to my cousin today, and he said that one of his coworkers, something like that, said that basically, you know, like, he treats all the women that he's, like, dealt with in such a good manner that basically, like, they're friends after that, like, can call or anything like that. Like, things just didn't work out. I don't really know what that means.
It's giving crack door.
Right.
It's really giving out waiting.
Means. Right.
Or I'm still funding something.
Right. But, like, I've never seen that before. Like, in my...
Very much Kiki Palmer.
Right.
I don't know who that man is. And I don't. All my exes are lost at sea. They ran away with the circus. Right. Clowns.
Right. The ex that I got to talk to is my baby daddy.
Yeah.
And, like, I would never, like, especially because we've, like, not been together for so long, I don't have to even think I wouldn't even, like, it gives brother vibe. Like, not obviously he's not my brother, but like,
yeah,
it gives very
it's not
much brother
incestual,
vibes. I'm
but
like,
very much cool.
I never I don't think about our
No.
sexual past. Like, I don't think about the happy, great times that we ever had together. I don't even think about the bad times. Like, you know what I mean? That happened. Period.
That was then. This is now.
But I would never any relationship that I have moving forward from that, like, they would never have to worry about that with me or him. Like, I don't think he thinks about me in that way anymore. Like,
which is even you saying that just brought me back to the Steve Harvey point. It was saying that the girl. Well, I'm paraphrasing, but Steve Harvey said something along the lines of the girl should text their guy friends and be like, "Hey, I was thinking about you and I dating. What do you think about that?"
I think that's messy as hell. Like,
I was aside from Morgan, anybody else I shot the text to, I was scared of the response. Like, I have not done it. I don't want to do it because I don't want to know. I did recently find out a guy I've been friends with for years, had those ill intentions and was, a cracked door situation, hoping it was going to be more. It's not. If I wanted you, I would have had you.
Right.
But, so it's just like, I feel like, why, like, if you feel like you even have to send that text, just rule out the friendship.
No, right. I think that's like
phase
kind of playing
out of it.
Games a little bit.
Yeah, it's
like,
risky.
I feel like that puts thoughts in other people's mind, even that maybe they didn't consider, have.
But right,
and they're just like, wait,
yeah,
what? Like, you know what I mean? And then that could blur lines.
100%.
So I feel like that's like playing games. Like, why do you want to play games?
Or it could get somebody's feel. You could get humbled real quick.
Right.
Like
right. And also, Steve Harvey's book is like a lot of playing games. At least the movie, anyway.
Yeah.
They played games until they fell into relationships. Like, you know what I mean? So like that gave that, which definitely takes Steve Harvey's advice. But to each his own.
Like, I get he doesn't have female friends.
Right.
You need a female perspective. And actually, me and my boo were talking about that. He was like, I have my mom. And I said, your mom is out of date with what it's like to date now, what it's like to have social media impact it. Like, your mom didn't wake up at 3 a.m. with a dick pic in bed with somebody else and didn't know how to explain it. Right.
Like, and she's not your friend.
She's not. I am not one of your little friends.
Not one of your friends at all. That's
I'd
your
hope
mom.
not. You know.
You should never know. But realistically, like, I go to my mom for advice, motherly advice.
Right.
I've assumed that she has my best intentions at heart, and she knows me. Like, you know what I mean? She don't know these other people.
She does not know all your scenarios and your situationships and the things that have led you to be you.
Right.
In the streets, in the sheets, wherever else.
Right. And she can, like, she can relate to women, but she can't relate to 25 to 35-year-old women right now.
She can tell you too much about Instagram.
She can relate to that when she was 35, 25, 35 years old. She can't relate now because times are different.
It's so different.
And you can't use that.
No. It's just like...
It's like, that's my
you
girl for
need,
advice.
like, girls... I think, too, some guys have issues with their girls or women in their life having guy friends because they know guys put them on game. And it's like being called out, calling a spade a spade.
Right. And I feel like men like that can't have relationships with women or don't want their significant other to have relationships like that because they know what they would do. Like, you know what I mean?
But it's ill-intentioned again.
Exactly. Like, exactly. Like, they've been in that position where they've wanted...
They were outside the door hoping to step right in.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, well, don't put your insecurities and stuff like that on me. Like, because...
And my hope is, too, like, for whoever ends up being my husband, like, I want them to know Morgan like how I know Morgan. Like, which is even funnier because I ran into Morgan's mom at Whole Foods, and she's like, when I first met you, I wondered why you guys didn't date. Then I spent a little time with you. I was like, she's like brother-sister vibes. I was like, yes, 100%. Like, which I understand initially seeing a guy and a girl who are so, like, intertwined and love the same things, love the same people, have the same humor.
Right.
It is shocking and strange that they're not together. But, so you see that dynamic.
Right. Or they just don't want each other. Like, you know what I mean? And that's okay, too. I just talked to KO's mom the other day.
Yeah.
Love her. Love my mama Tina. But you know what I mean?
It's not giving mother-in-law.
Right. We're in the 9th grade going to his house. Like, we're hanging out with him and his little brothers. And Mama Tina's there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's known me. I'm like, yeah, he hasn't scared me away since. Like, I'm still here, as you can tell. She's like, oh, girl, I know. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, that, like, Kale is definitely somebody that I will always bring around, like, any relationship.
Yeah.
I will always talk about him. I will always tell him about, like, you know what I mean? Like, the last guy that I dealt with, we still like, you know what I mean? We can hang out. We've drunk together, got drunk, had fun. Like, you know what I mean?
Very much.
He knew that was my best friend. Like, that's, like, you know what I mean?
But that's what I love. Like, I love bringing people that we consider to date or to even, like, actually love around our guy friends. Because I'm like, how do they vibe? Like, that's it's not so much, well, it's definitely not our siblings. Definitely not, my dad, definitely not.
Right.
Lost at sea with the other clowns.
Right.
And your dad, it's like, that's a final stepping stone. So really, these are the people that we, like, run by. Like, stamp of approval or no?
Right.
Do you like them? Are they going to be in the orbit? Do you vibe? I love when they, like, get along with them well, or, like, it's just beneficial and good energy. Like, that makes me so excited. I'm like, woohoo, let's go drink with them. Let's go out. Let's all go to...
Exactly.
Like, I'm also an extrovert, so let's do it.
Exactly. And I feel like if anybody that I dated didn't get along with him, I would think that there's something wrong with that man, because, like, our best friends, are so easy to get along with.
They're very nonchalant people.
They're very, like,
go with the flow.
Exactly. They're very
down
much
for
just
fun,
vibing.
down for us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're
there.
Exactly.
They're there.
Exactly. And if, like, you didn't get along with him, I'd be like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what happened? Why? Like, and you know what I mean?
At least right now, I have not met a man that can give me the type of support, consistency, and, like, reliability that Morgan gives me. Like, Morgan has seen me through some shit. He's seen me through a couple boyfriends, a cancer scare, almost going to jail with you, like, house party after house party, just every situational thing. I can't imagine. Like, I also have issues being vulnerable. I'm not a man. That's not Morgan. That's nuts. It would take a lot for me. Like, I would never cut Morgan off, but it would take so much for me to even trust a man to, like, have the relationship, that real friendship that me and Morgan have, the vulnerability that I have with him, the trust. That's nuts. That's a really crazy, like, is that what a husband, like, is it that, but then some penis? Like, is that what that is?
Hopefully, I think so. I think somebody just said that to me, like, about, like, my married friends, like, they're together because, like,
they get
like,
both.
That's his best friend. And I'm like, well, honestly, I feel like they give each other what the other person does not have. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
it's just another missing piece. It's a very
even give and take. Like, it gives very much balance. A puzzle, if you may.
I'm pie charting it in my mind. Just like, husband. Morgan. God.
Right.
So then my pie would be full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Friends with benefits, though. That's like, I feel like that either gets blurred lines. Or it just gets deaded so quick. Because it's like, all right, you're filling a void.
Right.
You're making it shake for me right now until I find somebody.
It's fun when it's fun, and then
but then how do you don't really recover? Not recover, but it's not the same. Like our friend, I know what your washcloths look like. Right. I know what them inner thighs look like.
Right.
Hair, no hair. Sunburn, no sunburn.
Right.
A little discolored. Right. Little patch eczema, birthmark in the thigh. So, like, you can't go back to just being you can't
only
go friends.
You can't go back from that. Like, in my opinion, anyways, I feel like some people can, but I cannot personally. I can't. Like, we can be like, cool, see you in the streets, like, hey, what's up, and like keep it pushing. Period.
Move around.
Very much, very much, and.
I just said that to my boo recently. I'm like, there's no way, because we were friends, and we still start as friends, as cordial, not real friends. He didn't know my business. He wasn't a support system for me. Yeah. But we can't go back to being cordial and cool. You know too much.
Because you crossed those lines already.
Right. Like, I can't have my husband around knowing what you know. seeing me how you've seen me.
No, yes, very much.
Texting how we've texted.
Yes, exactly.
Because that's just like, I feel like that's unfair to do to a spouse. If I found out, I'm punching everybody in the face.
Because why is you playing
Sucker
with me?
punch, uppercuts.
Why are you playing with me?
I'm going to hold a meeting. Schedule you both. Come get embarrassed.
Right, because why?
What
you
sense
fucking
does it?
around?
And then everybody else knowing, being the last to know.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of violates a couple trust boundaries.
It's given I want to get smacked in the mouth. Nipsey, open hand, smacked in the face. And I feel like for me, too, because I only have brothers. So I have 2 younger brothers, and then there was a period of time I had an older foster brother. Like, my foundational social skills are with boys. I was action figure smashing, football playing, dirt.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
That's the social skills I started with.
Because, I mean, we only had each other for a little bit.
Yeah.
There's Kara, but like, and then your mom. Like,
but even then,
I mean?
Kara's
like,
10 years older than me.
Exactly.
Nobody's trying to, you know.
Yeah, she wasn't fucking with the kid.
Yeah, it was out of obligation.
Angelica.
She was 100% Angelica.
Rugrats.
Yes,
she was Angelica.
Yes.
For
I was
sure.
definitely Chucky, a little anxious, down for the cause, a little worried. I'd run the ideas out loud, like, "Are you guys sure this is safe?"
Yeah, very much.
And then I would do it, but like, does nobody think this is nuts?
Yeah. Oh, I'm crying.
That was a good times. I feel like I have to change Kara's contact picture now to Angelica. With like her Susie doll.
Like, because if I can think of who Angelica would be today,
it would be Kara. Yeah, 100% Kara. Oh, that's so great.
Funny. I don't know.
See, how does your family feel about KO?
So one time, like, I don't know, my mom loves KO.
Yeah, right.
She remembers him, obviously. Like, she doesn't see him all the time, but
right.
she remembers him, and she knows who I'm referring to, and she knows that that's my best friend.
Yeah.
My dad, on the other hand, so one time, me and KO were standing outside on my porch, just talking, hanging out, whatever.
Friend
you know what
stuff.
I mean? Yeah, just chilling. We were just talking. And then my dad pulled up out of nowhere, like, and he never, ever does that. And I think he thought he was, like, pulling up on me in my blue or something like that, you know, whatever. So when he did pull up, I'm like, yeah, this is KO. But I didn't call him KO. Yeah. I called him Mark.
Right.
And Mark is a junior.
He is.
Is it a junior?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't remember if he was a junior or a third.
Nope, he's junior.
I'm pretty sure he's a junior. So, yeah, he's a junior. And obviously, his dad has the same name as him.
Right.
So, and my dad's
glad you clarified for the people.
But KO and his dad look just alike.
They do.
They look just alike. And my dad looked at him. And he asked him who is
right.
Oh, I fuck with your dad.
Yeah.
Like, I would kill for your dad. Like, I'm like, this is crazy because I didn't even know you knew him like that. But like, and I mean, after that, like he built like he knows who he is now, and like, you know. So
did you know I've known KO most of my life too?
No.
Yeah, his stepmom was Christina's best friend in high school, so I've known her since she's been. Since she entered the circle, and I played with KO as like a baby, like kid. Right. I actually need to go through my baby book and see if there's pictures of us in there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't it? Me and him were talking about that. He was like, I don't remember like knowing you, but I just know you've always been around. I'm like, right. Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
That is crazy.
Even crazier is the girls we've seen our best friends go through. Like if like that to me, I'm like, that's for them.
No, seriously.
Like, that is for them.
Like, you know what I mean? I'd be looking at him, and he'd be looking at me like, we're not each other's type at all.
No,
I'm not his type, and he's definitely not anything that I've dealt with either. Like, we're not each other's type.
No.
Like, and when I meet people, I'm like, I got this best friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I think that. But, like, I've asked him before, too. I've asked him on an occasion, like, you know, like, because
what is it?
He definitely... He keeps relationships for a long time.
He does,
like, he's a relationship guy for sure. And, like, he's been in these long relationships and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know, did any of your girls ever feel any type of way about me? Because, like, I don't give, like, it doesn't, like, when we're talking to each other or we're around each other, it doesn't give very much, like, we want to be with each other.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? But, like, so that's why I asked, because have they? He's like, and I'm like, this is crazy. Because, like, why? Because I give gang for real.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
What up, gang is nuts.
Like, I give gang, and it's just like, but why? Like, what about me gave that we would, like,
I feel
that
like
you
they
would
just
feel
didn't
insecure about
experience
that?
the dynamic enough.
And I think
like,
that, too.
KO is good about keeping everything separate.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I think we've been around one of his lady friends once.
Mm-hmm.
That's not much, you know? Like,
Right.
but Morgan, it's like, I'm in the mix, and he's like, la, this is my best friend. And I'm like, la, don't manhandle me like a man. Like,
Right.
I'm a girl. Like, oh, go with that girl. Like,
I'm a
I actually had a
lady.
girl at a bar one time when I was out with Morgan, Sunday Fun Day. This girl came up to me, and she was like, what are you to him? And I was drunk, and I was like, he's my best friend. She was like, okay, I just want to make sure, because I wanted to get his number, and I didn't want to be disrespectful. And I appreciated
I'll give it to you, right?
Like, you could call me. I'll probably be with him. If he doesn't pick up his phone, call me. I'll find him.
All right. I'll
Like-
airdrop it to you right now.
Like, there was, like, I think it's just not knowing the dynamic. Which is
Yeah.
sad. Like, sucks to suck. If you don't know, that's your problem. Come around. Be around.
Literally, all you have to do is ask, though.
I would, like, just experience it. Give us a Sunday.
Like, brother, like, bitch, you like him too. Why do you think that I wouldn't like him?
Right.
It's
You
my
see
friend.
what
He's
I
a great
see?
ass person. Like,
Right.
yeah, like he's my
Get
friend.
in where you
like,
fit
you
in,
know what I
ma'am.
mean? But I don't want to see his drawers.
Mm-mm. Yes.
Or whatever's inside of them.
Yep.
Wouldn't
Mm-mm.
know.
It's a very shocking
Wouldn't matter
experience
to
to
me.
see your best friend naked.
Yeah, sorry for you.
I mean, I was just, it was a drunk moment he had.
Yeah,
And
he had.
he was vibing.
I think there's a new word for what he was.
I hope he doesn't kill me for telling a sprinkle of that story. I
'Cause
protected
that
a
was
lot.
Yeah, you didn't say shit.
Especially for what it was. But I protected him, testicles and all.
Yeah.
And I didn't really, I just did my best as a best friend
Yes.
only.
Right.
I deserve a reward.
A reward.
A certificate.
And that night you were with a guy that you
I was very
were
much
with.
dating somebody,
Yes.
and-
And he was there too. So
Yeah.
it's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did
I
he
think-
feel some type of way about it? About Morgan?
Well, he did when Morgan ended up naked in my bed.
Yeah.
And we were
But he
trying to
wasn't
get
he wasn't looking for you?
He was looking for a bed. And then we were trying to get Morgan out of my bed, and Morgan was not having it. And we were
No.
just like, you're getting up because we have
Getting
plans.
a drunk person awake while they're drunk is like trying to awake the dead.
Yeah.
You probably have a better chance.
Yeah, 100%. You could conjure up some dead. A drunk person?
A drunk person, it's over tomorrow.
Yeah.
Honestly and
Wish
truly.
you well, because it's
Yeah,
not
good
happening.
luck.
It was hard. It took like minutes and
Right.
minutes of me begging and being like, like while he was shaking Morgan, waking him up, I'm like, get up, get up, get up. Let's go.
Right.
Like, please stop it. I'm
Please.
sorry. Eventually he got up. That person is not in my life.
No, thank God.
Yeah, that
Ugh.
was. I dated a lame one time, and
That was
nobody will let
raggedy
me
as
live
fuck.
it down.
Because she wouldn't listen. Like, we tried to tell her.
But that, like, who can tell me about me
Exactly.
ever?
Well,
I could
fine.
be walking into the pit of hell, and I'm gonna see it through because I thought it was a good. I listen to my thoughts, all intrusive or not. I'm seeing it through, and I did.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. I do wish I listened in that aspect. Now hindsight is
Because it was like me telling her. It was
Oh,
like
it was a
me
bushel of people.
and like somebody else and another anybody that heard about it was like,
why
now, bitch.
Why?
Please be fucking for real.
Yeah.
And
I did my charitable
She tried
deed for the
to
year.
be fucking for real, and she wasn't fucking for real until that was over. So
Yeah, I did a good deed. Help the homeless. He wasn't actually homeless, but I mean,
But
it
right.
gave homeless.
Could have been.
Right,
Shit.
practically. Yeah, that was a good deed I did. Again, I deserve
Whatever.
a certificate.
No, for sure.
I should be the mayor.
Right.
Just make better decisions.
Do a lot of men that you deal with have a problem with Morgan, or they just don't bring it up to you because it's like you kind of dead the situation? Because that's what I do. I kind of dead it.
You know me. I'm so reactive. I feel like I jump to the defense, and like them.
Mm-hmm.
More like I said, Morgan is one of the only people like time after time I can count on through every scenario. So if they even like thought about saying something slick about him,
Exactly, it's kind of a dead.
I'm
situation.
going off. I'm gonna talk about your mother. Like don't ever. It's like it's the same sacredness to me.
Right, not Kim. I don't know who Kim is, but it is his mom name.
My boo right now, he calls my temper Tracy. So I feel like Tracy, like if I have a little attitude, he's like, okay, Tracy. And I'm like, okay, Terry.
Right.
Like, it's a good, like, I feel like Tracy's go off. They sound off, which I didn't influence that name at all. I just had an attitude and I got named to be Tracy, but I feel like Tracy's a mom name.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so I will talk about Tracy or Kim.
That's crazy because, like, could you even, like, there's certain, like, adult names that, like, how were you a kid with that name?
Helen. Sorry, Graham.
How were you 3 years old? Somebody calling you
Barbara.
Helen?
Come on, little Barbara.
like it's not making sense.
No.
Like,
the name I can't, like, I feel really bad for is Agnes. I would rather eat drywall than be named Agnes.
But Aggie, like, oh no, that sounds
right.
terrible.
But you gonna be Ag or you gonna be Ness?
Right. When we named Isaiah, CJ picked his nickname first.
Yeah.
Like I said that right.
Right.
CJ
Yeah.
picked, he's like, I want his name to be Isaiah because
I want to call
cool.
him right.
Right. Izzy's a cool ass nickname.
Yeah.
Right. But like essentially he got the name Isaiah. He liked it from losing Isaiah.
Okay.
Like, damn. Like,
whoa.
You getting my baby's name from a crackhead.
From the baby that got thrown out.
Right.
Isaiah's named Isaiah.
This name first, like, and then here we are picking his name.
Influenced by
it's
the
a good name,
crackheads.
I guess, but
it could be worse.
It could be worse.
His name could be Cornelius. We
Sure.
can call him Corn.
Corn. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would have to give myself a nickname.
Yeah, like all the way out of the box, like nothing close to my
The coolest nickname I ever heard, and I don't know where it came from, was Smitty.
Smitty.
Now I'm like messing it. Smitty, yeah. Smitty. I don't know what he did or what his name was. They only called him that. Like,
and then there was Smitty.
And here comes Smitty.
Okay,
that is hilarious.
do you think it's harder for men to have women friendships or women to have men friendships in relationship wise?
I think it's harder for women to have men friendships because I feel like for me, any girl Morgan has taken serious, I have fully embraced. Mm-hmm. You know, within my comfort zone or like how I thought was best, but like I've gotten to know them, like social media exchanges, our own conversations, like I've embraced, and I feel like the men I've experienced will be standoffish, and it only helps if they already knew Morgan. Like that's the only time it's been easy for me is when they already knew Morgan. But I feel like it's definitely harder for women to have men friends than it is men to have women friends. What do you think?
I think so too.
Yeah,
because people feel like it's like taboo for women to have like friendships outside of women. I don't want to be around a bunch of bitches all day long every day.
I don't. I didn't grow up like that. I'm not used to that.
Right.
Like, I don't have a sister in sight.
I like diversity for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
And I'm very turned up.
Yeah.
I'm a high-strung, unhinged person.
Yeah.
I need Morgan who's really mellow to be like, I would chill.
Yeah. 2 notches, babe.
That's not vibes.
2 notches.
Or even my favorite is when I call Morgan turned up and ready to just commit a felony, and he starts laughing. I know I took it. Like I know even those thoughts, saying them out loud. It's like you took. Don't do that. Don't see it through.
He's also a Virgo though, so
he
like,
is.
Like if anything else, that's it.
Like
that's all you're going to get.
He eats chill pills for breakfast. Like he is not. He's having a bowl of chill pills. Like, he is not turned up.
It runs through his veins.
Chill.
Is that not the craziest thing? Imagine that.
Couldn't. That's why I got to call him. Because I'm like, should I do this? And he's like, ooh, dude. That's, dude. Okay, I guess it's not my best idea.
Right.
Whoops, I'm unhinged. Like, what?
No, right.
But I just need that balance. And I mean, that is something I definitely have grown to appreciate. I'm trying to date men who are more chill. Like, I've definitely dated, like, my fire sign equal. And it's just, the fire, I mean, I want to have just fire sign babies. I really do want to coordinate that.
Wow.
But I do see the value in not having fire on fire.
Yeah.
You know?
Because, I mean, obviously, I like it, too. I feel like the last couple relationships from each other has been opposite for us.
Yeah.
But
It's literally.
I don't know. You know, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know what I need.
No, I don't.
It's
either.
in God's hands at this point.
Yeah.
God's plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I have somebody in mind.
Right.
But, you know, God's plan.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. Ko's a Leo, so.
He also.
But like he does not. But he's also chill. Like when
those two, their chill pill breakfasts. We should join them.
Which is crazy because I would think that he would be more. He is when he's like if something's making him mad or upset, like he gets like that. But like just in general, like I can tell him a story and like my stories are very like all the way up here, and he's like, "Damn, that's crazy."
Wait, with the most care behind it.
I'm like,
it's
right,
not like
he'd be like, "Damn, that's crazy."
Yeah.
I'm like, right.
But my favorite is like when that's how I know KO's drunk, because out of nowhere he's just like, his dreads are moving. And I'm like, I don't even got dreads, but I'm joining this party. I'm shaking my hair around too. Like his momentum slowly, but he turns into a Leo slowly but surely.
Yeah, like transforming.
Literally, like, all right, it's growing. Like, all right, here in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Blast off.
No,
here we are. The fire signs.
Literally, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's I feel like my favorite memories are when he gets drunk. Because I'm like, this is we ball.
It's so much fun.
It's so much fun. We ball.
So much fun.
We should go get him. We should go kidnap them and get them drunk.
Yeah.
They are actually going to be our first guests.
Yeah.
Pretty soon. Yes. Not soon enough, but pretty soon.
Not soon enough, but we have it in the calendar. We got them locked in.
Yep.
I forgot about that because we were drunk when we did that.
We did make drunk plans, but we have always had this plan since we started the podcast that they would be our first guests together, both of our guy best friends. It'll be like another drinking episode. Who's most likely to?
Yes.
Who knows who best?
Yes.
You know, all
so
the
I
games.
feel like this is definitely an intro episode.
This is an intro to them, but it'll be a couple weeks down the line. But it's coming soon.
But definitely coming soon. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fun.
Shout out to our guy best friends.
Yeah, so supportive. You see this? Like, we didn't even have to. I don't know what we would have had to do, but.
And shout out to the men that do wish us well and try to put us on the game about guy friends that are not our guy friends. Like, I really do appreciate that. And shout out to the friends with benefits. Y'all really do hold it down when we need some holding.
Told me, let me go.
Trying to stay here for a minute.
But, just also let me go.
Yeah. But shout out to our husbands.
Yeah.
Shout out to the relationships they will have with our best friends.
Yes, because you are going to love him.
You're going to need him.
Yes, you're going to need him.
You're going to need him.
And he will be in your groom's party.
Oh,
too.
100%. I'm not. Uppercut.
He's gonna be there,
non-negotiable.
or I'm not gonna be there.
Oh no,
I'll put him on my side. It'll be fine.
100%. I would rather I want Morgan behind me. Like, don't start acting a fool.
Like, please don't show your ass
again.
Oh,
what a time! Let's go get our guy best friends drunk.
Yeah, for sure.
So. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on our socials.
Yes,
TikTok.
A&B Convo 19.
TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook now.
Oh, yes, we do have Facebook as well. A&B Conversation Podcast. Yeah.
Until next time.
Until next time.
This is an A&B Conversation.